and get started, if you go ahead and sit comfortably, whatever that looks like for you, it can be crossed legs. You can extend one leg if you want to, maybe both legs if you want to. I'm sitting on a couple of folded blankets. It's kind of helpful to have a supportive seat, but we won't be here for too long, so you won't get too uncomfortable, hopefully. All right. Sitting tall, relax your shoulders down your back. Feel the crown of the head lifting toward the ceiling, and allow your eyes to close. Let's just take a few deep breaths together. Deep breath in, feel the lungs expand. And then exhale. Feeling the body contract. Inhale, fill the body again. And exhale, feel the body relax as the lungs contract and empty. Filling again. And out again. And then relax your effort around the breath and just notice the movement of your rib cage. So with the inhale, the rib cage expands, it widens. And exhale, the rib cage narrows. Rib cage widening on inhale and narrowing on exhale. And as the ribs are doing their thing with the breath, widening and narrowing, become aware of the points along the spine where the rib cage connects to your spine. So this would be about your mid-back, all the way up to behind the shoulder blades. This region of the spine and body in general tends to get kind of tight. It doesn't get a lot of mobility. And we're going to allow this region of the body, this upper back, upper spine, shoulders, chest, ribs, to be our focus for tonight's class. Maybe it'll help wake us up a little bit, counterpose the act of sitting, and maybe loosen up some tension that might be stuck in this region of the body. So that's where we're going. So go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together at your heart and bow your chin and just honor yourself as you are in this moment, this body that you're in, this breath that you have, your current energetic state, and however you find your mind in this moment. Because it's from that place within you that we'll practice tonight. So go ahead and rub your palms together, creating heat, stimulating the palms, and then take the heated palms over your eyes. And then go ahead and brush over the top of your head and down your neck and bring yourself back to the room. Welcome, everybody. Good. All right, so we're going to begin on hands and knees today. So go ahead and move any props you have off to the side, and we'll come on into table pose. Good. So take your time getting there. But once you are there, have your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees beneath your hips, or just slightly further back. With your inhale, look forward, feel the tailbone lift behind you. And exhale, we'll come into cat pose, rounding the back, mid-back reaching toward the ceiling. Then inhale, look forward again, tailbone lifts, and exhale, round the back again. Inhale, looking forward, and exhale, rounding. Let's do this a few more times, just bringing some awareness to the spine itself as we move between cat and cow pose. Inhale, looking forward, and exhale, rounding. Good, one more time. Really round the back. Then inhale, look forward. With your exhale, bend your elbows and toward your waist and go ahead and bring yourself down to the floor and release the legs. Good. Now slide your hands up so they're underneath your shoulders. And we'll play around with Cobra a little bit. We're just getting started, so this does not have to be your biggest expression of this pose. Feeling the hips on the ground, roll the shoulders down the back and peel your heart and your head away from the floor. And with your exhale, release down and turn your head to a side. And then roll your shoulders down your back again, peel the heart and head away from the floor, inhale. And exhale, release, turn the head to the opposite side. We're going to continue this movement. Inhale, lift the heart and head. Shoulders cutting down the back. And then exhale, release, turning the head. Please continue on your breath. Inhale, lifting, exhale, lowering and turning. And this is helping to warm up and start to get some mobility in that upper spine that I was talking about. The thoracic spine, if you are an anatomy geek. Moving as you breathe, breathing as you move. And this little back bending, this cobra pose is a great counter exercise to sitting or the forward motion that we have in our lives. The sitting, the driving, the texting, the computing. Let's do one more time. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, release on down. Just take a breath for a moment. Your head can be turned to a side if you'd like. Just noticing sensation. And then from here, go ahead and bring your head to center, curl the toes under, and then press the floor forward to push up to hands and knees. And then go ahead and extend back into child's pose, seat to the heels, forehead toward the floor. Good. So we're going to play around with child's pose a little bit here. So go ahead and lift your palms and have your fingertips still on the ground. So it's like you're clawing the floor. And then walk your fingertips forward about an inch. And then feel your hips powerfully sink toward the floor behind you. You'll feel this nice big lengthening through the arms, the shoulders, the upper back, the lower back, maybe even down into the hips. Take deep breaths here, please. And then keeping this extension, go ahead and walk your hands off of the left side of your yoga mat, reaching primarily through your right hand or arm. And as you're reaching through the right hand or arm, think about sinking your right hip joint back down to the floor. Good, and then walk back to center. And we have the other side to do, so walk your hands off to the right side, reaching primarily through your left arm and hand, and feeling your left hip bone sink toward its heel or toward the floor. And take deep breaths, feeling length along that left side. Good, one more breath here. And then carefully walk the hands back to center. Then inhale, come up to hands and knees. Okay, you can keep facing the way you're facing right now. I'm just gonna turn to look at you. And you'll see why here in just a moment. So from hands and knees, please step your left foot out to the side. And you're gonna have the leg straight, and you wanna have the leg in line with both hip bones. So straight out from the hips. So not too far forward, not too far back. And hands on the floor to start. And we're grounding through the pinky edge of the left foot. Good. Go ahead and take your left arm out to the side. So same arm, same leg. Take a deep breath in here. With your exhale, sweep the left arm into the air, twist, open, gate pose. And then inhale, come halfway out. And then exhale, sweep back into gate again, arm into the air, and then inhale, unwind. Good. Again, sweeping into gate pose. Inhale, unwind. We're going to do two more. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, unwind. And let's hold the pose this time. So exhale, come into the posture. Stay here and breathe. If it's comfortable on your neck, you can look at the hand in the air. If that just feels straining, you can look forward or even down. But keep the left shoulder primarily heading back behind you. Deep breaths. Good. Inhale, carefully unwind. Go ahead and step the left leg in. And let's just do the other side. So stepping the right leg out. Again, the leg is in line with both hip bones, grounding through the right side of your right foot. Planting the left hand, take the right arm out to the side, same arm, same leg. Inhale here. And then exhale, sweep the right arm into the air, twist. Inhale, come halfway out. And then exhale, twist. Inhale, halfway out. Twist. A couple more times. Good. This time, let's stay in the pose. Exhale, sweep the arm into the air and back. And again, if it's comfortable on your neck, you can look up at the right hand. If not, just look forward or down, but keep the right shoulder twisting back behind you. And breathe. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind. Step the right leg in. And let's come to child's pose for a moment. But just a moment. Inhale, come back up to hands and knees. Curl the toes under. Lift the hips into the air. Downward facing dog. And since it's our first time in down dog tonight, go ahead and stay and walk it out. Press a heel to the floor and bend the opposite knee, breathing length into the legs and spine. And we're just getting started here as well, so just notice where there might be some held tension in your body. Just make a note of that. It might come in handy later to have that information. Good. Then from here, inhale, come into plank pose. You could also do knees down if you wanted to. And then exhale, bring yourself back down to the floor. We're going to come into cobra pose again. So roll the shoulders down the back, lift the heart and head. Exhale, release down, curl the toes under, push up to hands and knees, and then back to downward facing dog. Good. All right, in downward facing dog, please lift your right leg high into the air behind you. Right leg lifting. And as you lift the right leg up, allow your left heel to sink toward the floor. So you're spreading the feet in opposite directions and hopefully breathing. If you're not breathing, just, add it in. Good, then place the right foot down. Let's lift the left leg up as high as you can and allow the right heel to sink toward the floor, spreading the feet in opposite directions again. Good. Place the left foot down. Inhale to plank pose or knees down again. And then exhale, bring yourself down to the floor. Lifting the heart and head, inhale, cobra pose. And exhale, release. Again, curl the toes under, push up and back to downward facing dog. Good. So from down dog, lift your right leg into the air again. With your exhale, swing or carry step the right foot between your hands. Help it through if you need to. You can reach down and just grab the foot and give it an assist. Your back foot is going to come flat to the floor with the back toes pointing forward about 45 degrees. This is a warrior one stance. Good. Bending into the front knee, reach your arms forward, peel the chest away from the thighs, and come on up to warrior one. Good. It's our first warrior, so we're going to stay and just breathe for a moment, feel into it. You want to make sure that the hip bones are pointing directly forward here, not off to the side. Good, deep breath in. And with your exhale, please bring your hands down to the floor and carefully step back to downward facing dog. Good, so let's see what that feels like on the other side. Left leg lifts, and exhale, step the left foot forward, again, helping it along. Back foot turns flat to the floor, toes pointing forward. Nice strong bend to the front knee, and then inhale, sweep the arms forward, lifting the chest away from the thigh. Warrior one. And staying for a few breaths here again. Again, feel the hips pointing directly forward, like headlights on a car, making sure we're driving in the right direction. Good, deep breath in. And then exhale, bring the hands down and step forward this time. Standing forward fold. Good. We're going to do a little bit of work here. First, just relax the knees, a little bit of softness to the knees so that you can really just drape the upper body over the legs. And then relax your shoulders, your head, your neck, your arms. Good. So in the forward fold, bend your knees enough so that your fingertips touch the ground if they don't do so already. And then with the fingertips or the hands on the ground, walk your hands over to the left side of your left foot. Relax the head. Good, then walk your hands back to center, and you guessed it, we're gonna go to the right side of the right foot. Relax the head. And then come back to center. Still in the forward fold, please interlace your fingers at your lower back. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together, and to the best of your ability, lift your arms off your back and maybe even overhead. Feel the shoulder blades soften, relaxing toward one another and maybe even slipping up towards your neck. And staying for just a couple more breaths. And then carefully release your hands to the floor or toward the floor. And then inhale, press palms to shins. Bring your chest parallel to the ground, coming halfway up. And exhale, fold down. And then inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, coming all the way up to standing, reaching the arms up. And exhale, bring your palms to your heart. Good morning. Feel sensation for a moment, wherever sensation is happening. So I want to point something out because we're going to come back to a certain posture a couple of times or a certain arm position. So a moment ago, we were in the forward fold and we interlaced the arms and we took them overhead. Now I've been practicing this for 14 years. That's why my shoulders do that. Not everybody's shoulders do that. So I want to give you a little bit of an assist if we can here. So first, if you have a yoga strap at home, you can use this. If you don't have a yoga strap, any belt would work. Any belt that you have lying around in your bedroom, or a dog leash would work if you have a dog leash. Because what you would do instead of grasping hands behind your back is you would take your strap or your belt or your dog leash and you'd grab onto it and have your hands about shoulder distance apart. Okay, so it's tempting to want to grab as close to the hands as possible, but you actually want to have your hands shoulder distance apart. Okay, and then from here, you would come into the fold and lift the arms overhead. And this will give you so much more access to your shoulders, okay? So we're gonna come back to that same movement with the shoulders a couple times. So just have a strap, a belt, or a dog leash, or something else that fits that description nearby for you. Cool? All right, let's do more for the shoulders then, since we're gonna be working with them a little bit more here. So just have your feet at a comfortable stance. and lift your left arm into the air. And then drop the hand behind the head. Some of you know this one well. And then reach up and grab the left elbow with the right hand and traction the elbow toward the center line of your body, okay? Now this hand that's kind of floating behind you here, bring that towards your spine and then lift your heart, lift the chest as much as you can. And we're just gonna breathe here. We're just gonna breathe here. Because with this one, there's a lot of tension that's built up in the shoulder girdle here, and this just helps to let go of all of that. And it can sometimes start to get uncomfortable. Some of the sensations that I've had in the past is that my arm feels like it's falling asleep. And I know that if I stay and I breathe, even with that level of discomfort, that the release at the end of it will be even greater. So your arm's not going to fall off. I haven't lost any arms in this exercise yet. Just stay and breathe with it, even if it's uncomfortable. We'll stay for about 2 more breaths. You're almost there. Okay, so don't drop the arm. Just carefully release it. Slowly lowering down and feel the sensation in the shoulder girdle down into the arm, the hand. Taking a breath into whatever that sensation is. What you may be able to notice, and I'm not exaggerating this, is that my left shoulder is actually lower than my right because I've released that much tension. Just that much. We only did that for like, what, a couple minutes? It makes us want to do the other side. So go ahead and lift your right arm overhead, drop the hand behind, reach up and grab that elbow, and again, traction toward the center line. The right hand that's floating behind you here, bring it toward your spine, and then lift your heart. And let's breathe. I gave my diatribe about discomfort on the first side, so you know it's gonna come. So let's just breathe with whatever comes up, okay? Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. Breathe. Notice the discomfort. Know that that's all it is. It's just discomfort. It's not anything you need to run from. Two more breaths. And again, don't drop the arm, just carefully release. Feeling sensation in the shoulder, down into the arm and hand. Circulation returning, some of that tingling feeling. You can shake it around a bit if you need to. But now my shoulders are back at even-ish planes. There's asymmetries in the body, but we're working with it. We're gonna do some arm swings next. So the arm swings are gonna involve us like taking some lateral or wider swinging of the arms. So make sure that you have the space to do that. I really don't want you to have to whack something nearby. If you turn sideways on your mat, kind of like how I'm positioned, you might have a little bit more clearance, okay? So if you've done arm swings with me before, this is one of the rarer versions that I do, and you'll just have to do your best, okay? So the movement is arms up, arms back, cross the arms, and back. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. Join me. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross the arms, back. Up, back, cross, back. Up, back, cross, back. Keep going. Up, back, cross, back, swinging the arms out. If you mess up, it's okay. This is actually meant to trick your brain a little bit. And make sure that you're breathing. There's no prescribed breathing rhythm here. Just keep it going, though. Keep it breathing. Up, back, cross, and back. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. It's easier to do if you don't think about it too hard. Often when we do this for a little bit longer, after a while, like we just kind of get lost. We're like, where are we? And we have to kind of reground ourselves. So if you mess up, even after a while, it's okay to do. We're gonna probably do this for around 90 seconds total. So you're about a third of the way there. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. Now, if you do want to make this just a hair harder, you want to challenge yourself a little bit this evening, you can switch which arm crosses on top each time. One time it's the left arm, next time it's the right arm. If that is just too much, don't worry about it. Just focus on the movement. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. Breathe if you haven't taken a deep breath in a while. Up, back, cross, back, 15 more seconds. Up, back, cross, back, up, back, cross, back. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. And feel. Notice sensation, tingling in the arms and hands, a looseness in the shoulder girdle, maybe up on top of the shoulders, the trapezius muscles. And with that, we're going to do a little bit more work with the neck, because that last one helped to warm up the neck a little bit here. So go ahead and reach behind your back with your left hand. I'll turn around. With your left hand, and grab either above or below the elbow, and traction the right shoulder down. Okay, so you're just tractioning that right shoulder down. And then take your left ear toward its shoulder. And then you can rotate the chin here to find your stretch. You'll know it when you find it. And if you don't find it, keep looking. It just feels significant, it feels important, it feels good. However you want to qualify it. And take deep breaths. Maybe that point moves and you have to turn the chin again. Good. And then bring the chin down to your sternum or breastbone and then lift the head up to neutral and relax. That's one side. We gotta do the other side or else you're gonna walk like this for the rest of the day and we don't want that. So right hand behind your back now. Again, grab above or below that left elbow joint, and then traction the left shoulder and arm down. With that traction, take the right ear toward its shoulder. And again, you can turn the chin a bit to find out what is your stretch here. Where do you need to breathe at, to release tension? And can you breathe there? Taking deep breaths in and out. Deep breaths. Good. And then go ahead and bring your chin toward your sternum or breastbone and lift the head up to neutral and release. Roll the shoulders around a little bit just to kind of feel more symmetrical. All right, good, good, good. Shoulders are nice and loosened up. We're ready to move into our sun salutation. I know you're so excited about it. Maybe I'm taking a drink of water in a bit. Go ahead and do that before we run into that. So that arm movement that we did earlier, hands clasped behind the back or with a strap, we're going to be doing that during our flow. So if you have support like a yoga strap or a belt or a dog leash or miscellaneous here, you can have that nearby so that you can grab it easily when we get to that portion. Okay. Stepping to the top of your mat, have your feet about hip distance apart. Good, and bring your palms to your heart. Find your breath first. Become aware of that. The breath is really what guides us through these sun salutations. And we'll move on the flow of the breath. With your next inhale, please sweep your arms down, back, and up. With your exhale, bend both knees, sweep your arms behind you, chair prep. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up, chair pose, keep the knees bent. And then inhale, straighten the legs, reaching up. And exhale, hinge at your hips, swan dive, fold forward and down over the legs. Palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. And exhale, release, and step your right foot way back. Take the back foot flat to the floor, toes pointing forward, prepping for warrior one. Bend the front knee. Then inhale, sweep the arms forward, come up into warrior, and sink into that knee. Good, so it's at this point that you're gonna interlace your fingers behind your back, or again, you can grab your strap. Good, take a deep breath in, lift the arms off the back. And with your exhale, take your left chest to the thigh and take the arms overhead, humble warrior. We're staying for a few breaths this first round just to feel it. And then keeping the front knee in the exact bend it's in right now, release your arms, release your strap, and lift the arms back up into warrior one, opening the heart toward the ceiling. Then with your exhale, bring your hands down to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Good. From here, come into to plank pose or knees down. Exhale, plank yourself down to the floor. Release the feet. Cobra, inhale, head and chest lift. Exhale, release down. Curl the toes under, push up, and back to downward facing dog. All right, from here, lift your right leg high into the air, and exhale, step the right foot between the hands, help it through. Back foot turns flat to the floor, toes pointing forward slightly. Inhale, warrior one, come on up. Good. Again, if you're using a strap, go ahead and grab that. Hands shoulder width apart. Take a deep breath in, lift the arms off the back. Exhale, fold over the front thigh, take the arms overhead. Keep a strong bend to that front knee. Humble warrior. Good, keeping the front knee exactly where it's at. Release the arms, sweep them forward. Come on up to warrior one, open the heart. And then exhale, bring the hands down to the floor and step forward. Palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. Exhale, release down. Sweep the arms out to the side with a flat back, rise all the way up. And palms to your heart. Good, we're gonna do that again. With your next inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep. Chair pose. Stay for the exhale. Lift on inhale. And swan dive, exhale, fold forward. Palms to shins, lift halfway up here. Exhale, release down and step your left foot back this time. Back foot on the floor, warrior one when you're ready. Come on up. Sink on in. Grab your strap if you're using it. Interlace the fingers behind the back or grab the strap. Lift the arms off the back, puff the chest, inhale. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Stay for a breath. Keep the front knee where it's at. Release the arms, sweep them forward, come on up. Warrior one. And then exhale, hands to the floor, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Exhale to the earth. Cobra, Cobra lift, head, chest. Exhale, release down. Curl the toes under, push up and back. Downward dog. Left leg lifts when you get there. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Back foot flat to the floor. Warrior one, come on up. Grounding in. Interlace the fingers behind the back or grab the strap. Lift the arms off the back, puff the chest, inhale. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Humble warrior, stay for a breath. Keep the front knee bending, release the arms and sweep them back up into warrior one. Turn the heart toward the ceiling. Exhale, take the hands down and step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. We're going to keep this moving. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep. Inhale, chair pose. And stay for the exhale. Lift on inhale. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Take the right foot back this time, back foot on the floor. Warrior one, come on up. Grounding in with that exhale. Interlace the fingers at the back. Puff the chest. Inhale, lift the arms off the back. Exhale, humble warrior, fold forward. Keep that front knee bending. We're staying for a breath. Then inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Come back into warrior one. Turn the heart toward the ceiling. And exhale, hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose or knees down. Exhale, come down to the earth. Cobra lift, inhale. Exhale, down. Curl the toes under and push up and back to downward facing dog. We'll lift the right leg when you get there and step the right foot forward. Back foot flat to the floor. Warrior one again. Come on up. Good. Interlace the fingers behind the back or grab your strap. Lift the arms off the back, puff the chest, inhale. And exhale, humble warrior, folding over the front thigh. Stay for a breath. Good. Keep the front knee bending, sweep the arms forward and up, turn the heart toward the ceiling, warrior one. And exhale, bring the hands down and step forward. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, bend the knees immediately, come back into chair prep. Inhale, chair pose. Keeping it moving. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release, step the left foot back. Back foot on the floor, warrior one. Interlace at the lower back. Puff the chest, inhale. Exhale, go ahead and fold into humble warrior. Staying for a breath. And then with an inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Come back into warrior one. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plank pose or knees down. Exhale, come down to the earth. Cobra lift, head and chest. Exhale, down. Downward facing dog, pushing up and back. Left leg lifts this time. Exhale, bring it all the way through. Back foot flat, warrior one. Interlace at the lower back. Puff the chest, lift the arms. Exhale, humble warrior. Staying for a breath. Keep the front knee where it's at. Release the arms, come up. Warrior one. And exhale, hands to the floor, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. Exhale, chair prep again. Sweep the arms back, chair pose. Good, lift. And fold. Halfway up. Right foot steps back. Warrior one, bend the knee, come on up. Interlace at the lower back or grab your strap. Lift the arms off the back. And fold, humble warrior. Keep the front knee where it's at. Come back into warrior one. Lift the arms up, strong back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Plank pose or knees down. Exhale, release. This time, lift the head, chest, and the legs off the floor. Locust pose. Exhale, release down. Curl the toes under, push up and back, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts and steps. Back foot flat, warrior one. Interlace again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, puff the chest, inhale. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Keeping the front knee bending, returning into warrior one, inhale. And then exhale, hands to the floor, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the side, inhale, come all the way up. Palms to heart this time. Take an adjusting breath. Working hard tonight. All right, we're gonna do one more round though, just one more, because we've been moving through it quickly. I wanna spend some time with some of the postures throughout it, okay? You can really breathe into it at that point. So taking a deep breath in and out. With your next inhale, sweep the arms down and up. Exhale, bend the knees, chair prep. Inhale, chair pose. Straighten the legs, inhale. And exhale, swan dive, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, halfway rise. Exhale, release, and step your left foot nice and far back. Bend the front knee and come on up for warrior one. So what we'll be holding is actually a humble warrior where we fold forward. So interlace the fingers behind the back or grab your strap. If you were moving quickly before and not using it, you might want to use it now. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the arms off the back, puff the chest, inhale. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Release the head and take the hands overhead as far as you can. We're going to stay and breathe here. Keep the front knee bending. One more breath. Now to come out, keep the front knee bending. Release the arms. One more time, warrior one on this side. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Step on back to downward facing dog. Stay for two. Good. Inhale into plank pose or knees down. Exhale, plank yourself down to the floor. We're gonna come back into locust pose, so with the legs. Inhale, head, chest, and legs lift. And let's just stay up. Let's breathe. Chest is lifting, the head is lifting, the inner thighs are lifting. Two more breaths. Inhale to your highest point. And exhale, release on down. Take an adjusting breath. If your head's turned to a side, turn to the other side. Help balance the neck. And now before we move from this posture, just cross your arms in front of you so that you can bring your forehead onto the back of the hands. And then just bend your knees, the soles of the feet pointing toward the ceiling, and then just windshield wiper the legs from side to side. And feel that loose up into the hips, the sacrum, your lower back. And breathe. A couple more times from side to side. This helps to relieve tension that can build up in the lower back when we're trying to strengthen it tonight. One more deep breath here. And then relax the legs down. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. And push up and back, downward facing dog. Staying for a couple breaths. And then finishing off our warrior series tonight, go ahead and lift the left leg into the air and step it forward. We're almost there, back foot flat. Warrior one, come on up. Now, if you're using your strap, go ahead and grab it now, or you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Puff the chest, lift the arms off the back, inhale, and exhale, fold over the left thigh. Arms going as far overhead as you can. Keep bending deeply into that front knee. Staying for about 5 or 6 breaths. Two more breaths. You're almost there. Good. Keep your front knee where it's at. Come back into warrior one. And then exhale, bring the hands down and step forward. Palms to shins halfway up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side of the flat back. Come all the way up to standing. And palms to your heart. Great job. Feel sensation. Your body, your breath, your mind, aware of it all. All right. So when you're ready, go ahead and take a wide stance on your yoga mat. Feet nice and wide apart and pointing directly forward. If anything, pigeon toeing slightly. That'll give you more access to your hamstrings and your lower back. Good. So from here, just go ahead and fold forward over wide legs. Arms hanging toward the floor. Then with your hands or fingertips on the ground, come up halfway. If the floor is far away here, you could use something to go underneath. We're going to do a twist here in a moment. You could use something to go underneath your hand. If you don't have a block, you could use like a water bottle. This is an example of what you could do, just to give you some more height here so you can actually do the pose without collapsing. All right, make sure that's at a camera. All right, so bring your right hand underneath your chin, and then take your left arm out to the side. It's just like gate pose that we did earlier. So take a deep breath in here. With your exhale, sweep the left arm into the air and twist. Inhale, come halfway out. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come halfway out. Exhale, twist. One more time. Exhale, twist. And stay. Good. Now from here, take your left hand onto your left hip or lower back. Feel length in the spine, inhale. Exhale, work your left shoulder back even further. One more breath. And then inhale, carefully unwind and just come into the forward fold. Good. And then we'll see what that feels like on side number 2. So come up halfway and bring your left hand underneath your chin or onto a block or a prop there. It could be a stack of books if you wanted it to be. Take your right arm out to the side. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, sweep the right arm into the air and twist. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unwind. Twist. One more time. Inhale halfway out. And exhale, twist. Stay in the pose. And you can take your right hand onto your lower back or to your right hip. And then exhale, really work the right shoulder back. Breathe. Good. Inhale, unwind and fold forward. Cool. All right, bring yourself up halfway. This next part is a transition, so just follow along as best you can. We're going to turn toward the front of your mat, whichever direction that is, and step back into downward facing dog. And then inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet. Exhale, child's pose. Seat to the heels, forehead to the floor. And just relax here for a few moments. And then take a deeper, fuller breath. And come on up. From there, we're just going to flip over onto our backs for just 2 or 3 more exercises before we come to rest for a few minutes. So coming on down. Take your time getting there. All right, so just as a starting position, we're going to come into bridge prep. So bring your heels to stack underneath your knees. We're going to do bridge pose a different way this time. So bring the feet together and take the knees wide, coming into a reclined butterfly. Good. And have your hands resting down by your side. And you're going to press the pinky edge of the feet into the floor and lift the hips into the air, coming into a butterfly bridge. And then exhale, carefully release the hips back down. Inhale, lift the hips up again. And exhale, release the hips down. Let's do a few more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, and let's hold it this time. Lifting the hips into the air. And staying. And breathing. Deep breath in. And exhale, release the hips on down. Bring the feet flat to the floor again. And walk your feet away from your hips about 6 inches. And then take your feet as wide apart as your yoga mat. As wide apart as your yoga mat. And keep them this wide apart throughout this exercise. Taking the arms out to the side. Inhale, drop the knees to the right. Feel the hip rock up. Exhale, ground your lower back to the floor and bring the knees to center. Inhale, knees to the left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale to the right. Exhale to center. Inhale to the left. Exhale to center. And just continue rocking the knees from side to side on your breath. Inhaling to a side. Exhaling to center. Inhaling to a side. Now, if you want to get the neck involved here, you can turn the chin away from the knees. So if the knees go to the left, your chin goes to the right, and so on. Just a few more times from side to side, loosening up any residual tension in the hip joints, lower back, the iliopsoas, which is this big wraparound muscle from the lower back around the body and down into the groin. Good. The next time the knees come back to center from the left side, go ahead and hug them in to your chest. Good. All right, so from here, it might feel good to rock gently from side to side on your back. Might feel good just to hold the knees still. Your body knows, just follow what feels good. Two more deep breaths here. Good. Now, carefully release the legs down to the floor and make yourself ready to rest here on your back. Bring any support where you need it, maybe a blanket under the head. You could turn down the lights in your space if you'd like to, but make yourself comfortable to rest for about 4 to 5 minutes. Once you get here, take a deep breath in and out. And relax all effort. The work is over. The physical effort is over. And now is our time to just be, which can be hard for our minds and our bodies sometimes to be content in just being still. But allow that to be your practice here. Anything that you need to do or think about or plan can be done soon if you want. But allow the next few moments to just be a moment or an opportunity to just be still. Peace, peace, peace. Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath. And make that gentle movement in your hands and feet, your arms and legs, gently bringing your body and awareness back. And then roll to your right side. And take your time coming up to a comfortable seat. So if you're still making your way to a seat, continue to move at your own pace. Once you're there, bring your palms to your heart and lower your chin. And just take a couple of deep breaths in gratitude. Gratitude for your experience here tonight, for your effort here, all the willpower and determination, the challenge, the achievement. And may all of that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until next time, namaste.